Y'all know me, still the same motif. Haven't been low-key, hated on by most of these teachers with no speed, no A's and no B's, no real deals and no read, and without any real skill to teach. Mad at me cause my students finally get A's and B's. A classroom and it's all full of math, with a wall full of edit plaques hanging up on the walls of my classroom like trophies. But y'all think I'm gonna let my students get these? Oh please, you better bow down on both knees. Who you think taught you imaginaries? Who you think taught you A of 3? Factors, cube roots, parabolas, and the F's of G's. Finally, how to complete the square. Gave y'all some vital knowledge to throw out to you in your other classes. And when your grades weren't doing good, who's the doctor that he told you to go see? Y'all better listen up closely. I'm gonna teach you this formula, the distance one, cause y'all been counting space has begun to annoy me. So come on, y'all, all y'all, listen to my student teach. Since you don't pay attention to me, I'ma give you a new me.
Nowadays, everyone wanna solve distance without a formula, but nothing comes out when they do this thing, just a bunch of gibberish. That's why I gotta use the distance formula. Nowadays, everyone wanna solve distance without a formula, but nothing comes out when they do this thing, just a bunch of gibberish. That's why I gotta use the distance formula. So what do you do when you don't wanna count space? Only 2 points a ways away? Wanna resolve things in an easier way? Just study this tape of geometry. First you get your x and y's from the 2 ordered pairs, and label them as 1s and 2s, and plug them in with your mechanical. I don't really care which 1 and 2, it's simpler than 2 plus 2. D equals everything, you got a humongous square root over everything. To parenthesize, to hold in the x and y, the x's both go inside of 1, 2 y values go in the other one, there they're added on. First you gotta subtract inside x1 from the value of x2, y1 value from the value of y2. From this point on, you square the 2, get the answers, add them to, square the thing. Now you got your distance. Mr. Gerber just taught you how to solve distance between 2 points, even if these points are awkward to plug and solve for. Big and large numbers, negatives and positives. Now I'm going to turn this rap over. It's okay to learn from both of us. Nowadays, everyone wanna solve distance without a formula, but nothing comes out when they do this thing, just a bunch of gibberish. That's why I gotta use the distance formula. Nowadays, everyone wanna solve distance without a formula, but nothing comes out when they do this thing, just a bunch of gibberish. That's why I gotta use the distance formula.
If it was up to me, you students never would have learned to count space with your fingers on the graph like it was ease. Take these points as an example from me. First is 5-1 and the next is 6-2. You plug them in for x and y, get 1 and 1. You add me up for the square of 2. That's how it's done in good land. Told y'all, all you algebraists hope I've molded y'all. Now you go run around talking about the distance formula like you just learned some more. I think you need another example to stay well known. This one's gonna be 9, -1, and 6, 3. You subtract the 9 and the 6, then the -1 and the 3. The first one is 3. The next one is -4. You square them, then you get the square root of 25. And that is 5, which is your distance. You can now do it. So where's all the problems at? They're on iTunes or on your iPad. But all you students know that you are good to go. Now I'm done teaching this distance formula.
Nowadays, everyone wanna solve distance without a formula, but nothing comes out when they do this thing, just a bunch of gibberish. That's why I gotta use the distance formula. Nowadays, everyone wanna solve distance without a formula, but nothing comes out when they do this thing, just a bunch of gibberish. That's why I gotta use the distance formula. Nowadays, everyone wanna solve distance without a formula, but nothing comes out when they do this thing, just a bunch of gibberish. That's why I gotta use the distance formula.